To get started, you'll need to log into your backend, which is usually at your site/wp-admin. You'll put in your username and password, and if this is a computer that you use frequently, you can also set it to remember you. Once you've logged in, you'll be in what is known as the dashboard. This is a general overview of everything that's going on with your WordPress site. Any updates that need to be made to your WordPress will be located under your dashboard link next to the word Updates. This is where you would update any plugins that need to be updated, or if your entire installation needed a new version, this is where the site would let you know that those things need to be taken care of. As of right now, we're going to go focus on the two main areas of your WordPress site, your posts and your pages. Once you click the link to post, you'll see a list of all the blog posts that you've made in your blog roll. You'll also see the drop-down list to give you the option to add new, edit your categories, or edit your post tags. You can drop this down by clicking the arrow next to the word posts or just clicking on the word posts. Now, once you mouse over the title of your post, you'll see you have the option to edit, do a quick edit, trash it, or view it. Once you select the edit option, that particular blog post will pop open. You'll see the title at the very top, and underneath that it will be the permalink. The permalink is based on the title that you write, but you have the option to edit it. This will allow you to place keyword-rich titles on the posts and pages of your WordPress site. You can edit the content of your WordPress post just like you would edit any old document on your computer. You can also insert images, insert videos, insert music, or insert media. All of the editing buttons show you a pop-up tooltip when you mouse over them. So if there's any editing button that you're not sure of what it does, just hold your mouse over the button and a tooltip will pop up to let you know its specific purpose. On the right-hand side of the screen, you'll see the update button. There are also categories that you can add this post to. You can also add a new category if this specific category doesn't exist yet. Below that, you'll see your post tags. This is a way to inform readers of the different topics covered in your post. You can add a featured image to that particular post. To the left, you'll see you have the ability to disallow comments, to disallow trackbacks and pingbacks by just clicking that checkbox. Below, you can actually administer the comments that people have already made on that particular post. You can unapprove, reply to, mark them as trash, spam, edit them, do a quick edit. Those options are all below the post. You can change the author of the post if you actually have more than one administrator on your WordPress site. And this is where you can change the title, the meta title, and the meta description of that actual page. This is the information that appears when a user is searching in a search engine. This will come up. These are automatically created by your all-in-one SEO pack, but you have the option to supersede those titles and descriptions. You can also change the status of your post. It can be a draft. You can change the visibility so that it's not public, so that you can still see it, but only members of your WordPress site will have access to it. You can trash it and always preview your changes, and when you're all done with that, you click the update button and you can view your post. I open the link in a new tab because if you don't, it'll overwrite the window that you're editing it in. So now you can see your post. At the top, you have the title, and then there's the content, and below that are the comments. So now we're going to move on to pages. Editing the pages works in a very similar way to editing the post. Once you click the pages link, you will see a list of all the pages that you currently have created, and right now we're going to go to the Add New option. So the first thing that you do when you add a new page is you're going to enter the title of your page. For the sake of example, we'll make this a contact page. So we make the title Contact Us. Within seconds, it'll generate the permalink based on the title that you made. As I said before, you can always edit this if you want to make the title one thing but have a keyword-rich permalink. You can either type your content directly in or copy and paste from a Word document or a text document or pretty much any other word processing software that you've already created the content in. Now I'm going to show you what would happen if you were trying to add an image. You have the option to select a file from your computer. Here it has the maximum upload file size of 128 megabytes, which is very, very large. Different hosts, depending on your package, will have a different upload size. So you could be limited to an upload size of 2 megabytes. So make sure that your image is small enough to upload. You can also add an image from a URL. That means you have to copy the link to your image, and whenever you're adding an image, you always want to add a title and alternative text for search engine optimization purposes. You also have the option to add a caption or to position your image in different areas of your text. You can go no positioning, to the left, centered, or to the right. You also have the option of selecting an image from your media library. These are all previously uploaded images that you've already added to your WordPress site. I'm going to close this out and not add an image. This was just for the sake of example. If you'll scroll down, you'll see you have all the same options as in the post. You can change the discussion settings to not allow comments. You can change the author, and you can also make edits to the all-in-one SEO pack titles and subtitles. If that information isn't there, you just don't have that plugin installed. With the pages, you can also decide whether or not it will have a parent. What that means is if you have a text-based menu, you can decide whether or not this page will appear as a drop-down to another page. You can also select the template for the page. If your site has multiple templates, you could conceivably change the way that the page looks. You can also change the sort order. The smaller the sort order, the higher in the list the page will come. Now we're ready to publish our page, so we're going to click the blue Publish button, and that will make this page live. So now we're going to go to where we have our site already open, and we're going to refresh it. And because this particular WordPress site has a text-based navigation that pulls automatically from the contents of the site, it will automatically be updated when I create a new page. If you have image-based navigation, like many sites do, this automatic update will not happen. You might have to modify the template in some way to add an additional link. But by creating a page, you could conceivably link to it from another page within the site. So now when I click the Contact Us link, you'll see the page that we've created. Now every page has an edit link for me because I'm currently logged in, but our visitors will not see that link. Now if your site does have a text-based CSS drop-down menu like I mentioned before, it will likely be handled by the Pixapoint Menu plugin. So this is where you would change the settings for your CSS drop-down menu. Under Pages, you could choose to exclude certain pages just by putting in the ID of that particular page that you don't want to appear in the menu. Under this plugin settings, you also have a lot of options that can determine the appearance of the menu. I would just recommend that you play around with it so that you can set the speeds, the mouse over delay, and things like that. If there are certain elements that you want to add or remove from the menu, you would simply drag and drop those into the inactive menu items. Conversely, if you wanted to add an item to your menu, you would just drag and drop it from the inactive menu items to the main menu items area. You could add custom code, a link to an external site, pretty much anything that you wanted to add. It gives you the opportunity to manipulate and adjust your menu. There are other settings under the settings menu. This is likely where any additional plugins will be located. You have your all-in-one SEO plugin, and you also have some default WordPress settings underneath the settings category. Some of your plugins might also be located under the tools. If you're ever looking for something that you can't find, simply drop down the triangle next to the word so that you can see the full menu. Now under your writing settings, you can actually change the size of your post box and the formatting. You have a bunch of other settings so that you could post via email if you wanted to change the mail server information here so that whenever you submitted an email to a certain email of your choice, it would automatically post to your blog. You can also enable remote publishing under your writing settings. Under your reading settings, you can change the front page of your site. Currently we have a static page displaying. You can display a post page. You can change the static page that is the front page, and you can also select an alternative page to post your blog roll on. You can also change the number of blog pages to show in your posts. You can also change the number to show in your syndication feeds, and you can also change whether you show a full text or a summary in your RSS feeds. Discussion is where you would go to handle all of your settings for comments. You can decide whether or not you want to receive an email whenever a comment is posted. You can set certain things to happen before a comment will appear on your blog, like you as an administrator have to approve them. You can moderate comments here, and you can also add to your comment blacklist. Any words that you add to your blacklist will automatically cause a comment to not be posted to your site. Under your privacy settings, you can set your whole site to be blocked from search engines, or you can allow it to be scrolled by users and search engines alike. Under your tools, it's very important that you export your blog or your WordPress site on a regular basis. This will save all of your posts and pages. Once you've exported it, you can import your blog backup, or you can also import posts and pages from Blogger, BlogRoll, LiveJournal, RSS, or another WordPress. This will give you the opportunity to move your WordPress site if you need to. One of the greatest areas of flexibility for your WordPress site are under the plugins. You can always add a new plugin to extend the functionality of your site. For example, if I wanted to have a plugin that posted my blog post automatically to my Twitter account, I would simply search the existing plugins for something that has to do with Twitter. Now, all of the results will show the title of the plugin. You can click and open details. You can automatically install it to your WordPress. There's a description, and also you have other user ratings. Now, I'm going to select the Twitter Tools plugin. I'll view the details, and it will let me know that it is compatible with the version of WordPress that I have. It gives a description of it, and I can see that out of the 737,677 downloads, it's got an average rating of 3.5 out of 5 stars. So I'm going to click the Install Now link, and it will ask you if you want to install it to your WordPress, and you say yes, and then it'll run through the installation and let you know that it's finished. You can then activate the plugin or return to your plugin installer. So I'm going to choose to activate the plugin, and now I'll get the reminder that I'm going to need to update my Twitter tool settings. I'm not going to go through that right now, but that's a prime example of how to locate and install a new plugin. If I were to click the link to go to the Twitter Tools settings, these are the settings that I would have to fill out. Basically, information about my Twitter account to get it to link with that account. Under the Appearance dropdown, you don't have to worry too much about a lot of the things to do with the editor, but this is where you would have the option to manage your themes. If you have other themes already installed with your WordPress, they would show under the Available Themes, or you have the option to install themes. You search just as if you were doing a plugin search, and below you can filter for things that you're interested in. You can also upload a theme. You can see the featured themes, their newest, and the recently updated. The editor is where you would go if you had a knowledge of cascading style sheets and HTML. This particular theme gives you the option to edit the header image. So you could click header and select a different image to replace the existing image. Depending on your theme, you'll have different options in this area. Most of the time, you'll have a custom design theme for your WordPress site. Under the media dropdown is where you would go to add new media items to your library or view your library, period. Since we have yet to upload any images or videos, our library is empty. But if we wanted to add a new image to the library that we could pull in other posts and pages, we would either click the Add New button up top or the Add New link in the left-hand menu. So those are pretty much the most important functions of your WordPress site. I hope this helps, and have a fun time editing it. And if you have any questions, as always, you can contact us at www.educowebdesign.com.